for that, I'm joined on set by our culture editor, Jade Barker. Hello, Jade.
Okay.
Now, obviously, a lot of people today talking about the death of Peaches Geldof. She was just 25. What reactions have you got for us?
Well, there's been tons pouring in from all around the world and from all across different spheres, from politicians to musicians. Singer boy George tweeted that poor sweet Peaches Geldof. We spoke only a month ago and she looked like an angel. This is truly sad. Her longtime friend Lily Allen said, "My thoughts are with Peaches' family at this awful time. I hope they get to grieve in peace." Her death has also, of course, been splashed all across the newspapers in the UK. Now, she was just 25, as you said, and she was when police were called to her home in Kent yesterday. They say that her death is being treated as a non-suspicious but unexplained and sudden death. A post-mortem is due to be performed in the next few days. Now, Peaches was, of course, the daughter of Irish musician Bob Geldof and TV presenter Paula Yates, who died of an accidental overdose herself. And what's even more tragic and perhaps ironic, we'll have to wait and see for what the cause of death turns out to be, is that the last tweet that Peaches actually posted was of a picture of her and her mother when she was just a child. Now, she also leaves behind 2 children and her husband, musician Tom Cohen, and both her father and her husband have also released heart-wrenching statements saying that she'll be loved and cherished forever.
Okay, now let's move on. You've been speaking to Emmanuelle Signé, the wife of director Roman Polanski, and her career spans quite a few different worlds, modelling and singing, movies. You're going to tell us now about her new album, also a new movie.
Yeah, that's right. Let's start with the new album. It's called Distant Lovers. Now, it was actually recorded in New York and sung in English. It's very rock-sounding, but with a feminine twist, as she puts it herself. She says her inspiration were bands like the Velvet Underground. She's also starring in a film that was actually premiered at the Cannes Film Festival last year. It's called Venus in Fur, but it's just being released here in the English-speaking world. It's a film adaptation of David Abe's play, and in it she plays the role of Wanda, which is a brash actress auditioning for a stage version of Leopold von Sacher-Masoch's erotic novella. The whole film takes place in a theatre. Let's have a quick look at that trailer.
On a stormy evening in the heart of Paris, in a once grand theater, a director is wrapping up auditions for his new play. Or is he?
Tu refuserais un peu d'amour?
C'est de l'amour que tu me proposes? Non, c'est le pouvoir qui t'intéresse.
Votre fourrure, maîtresse.
Cela finira-t-il?
Finir? Nous n'avons même pas commencé?
And directing her in that movie was none other than her husband, Roman Polanski.
Yeah, which is even more intriguing because the film itself, as you just saw there in the trailer, centres on power games between a director and an actress. Now, Emmanuel says that they had been looking to do a project together for quite a long time. Now, if you cast your mind back, I'm sure you can remember that Polanski was jailed for several months in 1999 relating to a sexual assault charge back in the US decades ago. Now, I asked Emmanuel about that period in her life and why she decided to make a film with her husband despite the scrutiny that it would bring, and this is what she had to say.
Well, it was a very difficult period for my family, for me, for my children, for my husband, for everybody. So it's like not very positive and fun for me to talk about it, but it was a very hard moment. But everybody has his moments in life. Of course, everything that you go through makes you stronger and makes you more a human person. So I think as an artist, the more you have inside, the more you grow and the better you become.
You can catch that full interview with Emmanuelle at 17:15 Paris time.
Okay, now you're going to wrap things up with a rather different kind of film to Venus in Fur, one that's about to roar onto our movie screens.
To make a pun there, we're talking about the Gareth Edwards reboot of Godzilla. Now, a new extended trailer has been released that gives an insight into what the new Godzilla may look like. It also gives us a few plot hints, like Breaking Bad's Bryan Cranston has a personal stake in going after the monster, and that his on-screen wife, which is French actress Juliette Binoche, may be one of the early victims. Now, I don't want to give too much away. Let's have a look at the trailer itself.
Frankly, none of us have ever faced a situation quite like this one before.
have to admit, these kinds of movies are really not my thing, but this one at least looks well acted with the likes of Bryan Cranston and Juliette Binoche in it, so I might have to go check it out when it comes out in
I
mid-May.
don't know if that talent will be enough to get me to go and watch it, but maybe. All right, thank you very much, Jade. Time now for our sports roundup, mostly today about Chelsea, Paris